Welcome to Tech Bytes and News, your daily roundup of articles featured in Hacker News. Today we're diving deep into Mercator Extreme, a fascinating project that reimagines the Mercator projection. It's, mind-bending.
Mind-bending is right. I saw the visuals. It's not your typical map. So, what's the core idea behind Mercator? Extreme?
Essentially, it takes the standard Mercator projection, which is notorious for its distortion at higher latitudes, and cranks it up to 11. Instead of cutting off the map near the poles, it continues, showing extreme distortion. It's like zooming in infinitely on the poles, revealing a truly bizarre perspective.
Interesting. So how does it handle this extreme distortion? Does it just become a chaotic mess?
Not exactly. The clever part is that you can choose any point on Earth as the pole. This creates an oblique Mercator projection. Imagine rotating the Earth inside a fixed grid of latitude and longitude lines. This lets you focus on a specific area and see how everything relates to that point.
So it's not just about the distortion, but also about the perspective shift?
Exactly. It's a completely different way of visualizing the world. The usual Mercator map is so ingrained in our minds that we think of it as normal. But this shows how distorted it really is. The extreme distortion makes the usual distortions shockingly apparent.
I see. And what about the controls? How do you actually interact with this extreme map?
It's surprisingly intuitive. You can zoom using the scroll wheel, double-click, or pinch. Panning is done with shift plus drag, right-click drag, or two-finger drag. Double-clicking or long pressing lets you set a new pole. It's very interactive.
So you can literally set any point on Earth as the pole? That's powerful. What are some of the interesting applications of this?
Oh, tons. For example, centering on a major city lets you visualize its transportation network in a unique way. Highways become branching networks, and ring roads become concentric circles. It's also great for visualizing long-distance driving routes. The scale normalizes in a very human-accessible way.
That's a really cool application. I also noticed something about antipodes. Could you elaborate on that?
Right. Antipodes are points directly opposite each other on the globe. Usually one of these points is in the ocean. But with this map, you can find buildings or locations that are exact antipodes. It's a neat way to visualize the Earth's opposite sides.
I have a question. You mentioned that all directions away from the pole point proceed towards the left. Doesn't that seem counterintuitive? Shouldn't it be more, directional?
That's a great point. It's definitely a mental shift. The map is presented sideways because of the extreme height-to-width ratio resulting from the extreme distortion. It takes some getting used to. But the companion map helps visualize the correspondence to a normal map. It's all about understanding the underlying mathematical principles.
Got it. So, in essence, Mercator, Extreme isn't just a visual curiosity, it's a powerful tool for visualizing geographical relationships in a completely new way. It's a fascinating project.
Absolutely. It challenges our preconceived notions of map projections and opens up new ways to understand our world. It's a testament to the power of creative visualization and mathematical exploration. Thanks for joining us on Tech Bytes and News. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.